DJCAYNE, that's me. Let's talk about pricing when it comes to private events and weddings. More specifically, weddings, but this can apply to anything outside of the bar, nightclub scene and DJing. Let's say that you hypothetically charge $100 an hour for your services as a DJ. That means you DJ, you supply the speakers, you supply the microphones. You're probably also emceeing, the lighting, the smoke machine, all the aesthetics, the announcements, all that stuff. You're showing up on time, 2 hours ahead of time, 2 hours to break down. You got to drive there. Gas, if it's out of town, hotel, and you're charging $100 an hour. Now, you know, granted, sometimes they'll accommodate you for the hotel, yada, yada, but you're charging $100 an hour that you posted on your page for all those services that you're going to provide. Then a wedding planner comes up and says, hey, DJ ABC, I need you for 6 hours. Cool. So you tap in and you do the wedding. Awesome. And you're thinking like, damn, that wedding was dope. They had lobster tails, Bentleys pulling up. Damn, the president of the United States showed up. Pretty cool. So you're thinking like, damn, I'm kind of curious about that. So you hit up the wedding planner, you know, thanks for having me for the wedding. You know, if you need whatever, let me know. She's like, man, you did such a dope job, man. That was like a super high budget wedding, man. I was so like, what? What was the budget like? Oh, it was like, you know, $50,000 plus. You're like, damn, that was a high budget for that wedding, and you only charged $100 an hour for that. So you got chump change for that. This is why I don't post like a set hourly rate on my page when it comes to private events. I don't do that. Now, I may have seasonal packages, but I don't have a universal package for my private events. I always like to inquire about the budget. Now, if they don't have a budget, I do have a baseline rate that I go by, but I always, especially for weddings and some of these private events, like I did a huge social media event years ago, and if I didn't acquire on that budget, I would have been walking away looking like a fool. This is why I like to talk to the wedding planners, especially if the wedding planner hits me up. They already know the business. The wedding planners I work with, they already know the business. But when I talk to people, if they don't have a set rate, I like to inquire about their budget. Now, if they come to you with the number already in hand, I don't like to veer from that. That's what they already have in mind. Let's roll with it. But if they don't, and I'm talking to a wedding planner, I like to figure out what is the budget for that, because that will help you increase your profits, man. Because a lot of you guys are shooting yourselves in the foot doing these weddings that are very have high budgets, and you're walking away with chump change. Now, on average, for a wedding that's pretty mid-sized to high size, $15,000 to $35,000 plus is not rare. It's actually pretty common, because when I see weddings that are priced like that, $15,000, $20,000 to $40,000, yeah, people do pay that much for weddings. Grandmama gonna be there, granddaddy, all the extended family, cousins, brothers, co-workers from years ago, everybody's gonna be there. That means this is serious. So I'm giving it my all. I mean, you give your all with everything, but you going overload for that shit, especially for weddings that are priced that high. So that means if you are doing all that work, you should be paid accordingly. That's why I don't think you should have a set hourly rate for all your private events. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't post it on my page like that. I always inquire about the budget. If the president of the United States booked you to DJ, I mean, we're not saying Trump, but let's just somebody of a high magnitude, let's say they got money, is booking you to DJ, and you got $50 an hour on your website, you gonna do that for $50 an hour, bro? You gotta be kidding me, bro. That's why you inquire about the budget for the events, okay? So I hope this video helped you guys out. You do what you want to do, but this is how I like to operate. I always like to figure out if they do have a budget, what is that budget? If they don't have a budget, hey, we start negotiating from I have like a sheet that I use to kind of start from my pricing. But yeah, you want to make sure that you are optimizing. And I know a lot of y'all may be thinking, oh, you should have this because you gotta, no, that work off of what they are willing to pay. Now, granted, when it comes to that, if you do get one of these high paying weddings or events and you are getting paid a very high premium rate for this stuff, you need to deliver. I think a lot of y'all just get these high paying gigs and you be bullshit If I get a high premium wedding, bro, you're getting all of my lights. All the speakers are coming out. I'm hiring all of my staff. Smoke machine gonna be like, everything is going to be top tier. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna be top tier, and it will always be top tier, even if it's a low paying wedding. So I hope this video helped you guys out, man. This is why I don't post my set rates or set hourly rate on my page. And if you can get in contact with the wedding planner, which, you know, usually when I get booked for weddings, it's usually through a wedding planner, and they kind of already know how I operate, so we have conversations about that. If you don't have access to the wedding planner, you try to get in contact with them. If they have a set budget in mind, I wouldn't try to veer from that. Just kind of work from it. If you can't do it, just pass the wedding on to somebody else. That's what I like to do. If it's a wedding, if you feel like it's too low for you, pass it to somebody else that can do it, because I feel like just telling somebody no is not good business. If you are in the DJ entertainment game, you definitely know other DJs that may be willing to do a wedding that's in a different price range. So why not share the inquiry with another DJ, okay? So anyway, it's your boy DJ K, man. I hope this video gave y'all some insight on some shit, whatever. Y'all have a great day. I know this shirt is ridiculous, but y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.